Hey guys, GamerZach here, and welcome to my top 10 PC action games to watch in 2016. Now, action games could be anything from fast-paced hack and slashes to exploratory third-person shooters, but either way they always pack a punch. Well, it's about time you gear up and prepare for combat in these upcoming hard-hitting titles. First up, we've got Dishonored 2 by Arcane Studios. Starting with this action-adventure stealth title, Dishonored 2 intends to build on the success of the first game. This time, you have a choice of who and how you want to play, playing Corvo or Emily, each providing different perspectives. It's possible to finish the game without killing, or of course you could live up to your reputation. Developers have also hinted at a third path, but it's unclear what that will be precisely. It's said to be a tougher game than its predecessor with more varied difficulty options, so get ready for a challenge. Next we have Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands by Ubisoft Paris. Ghost Recon going open world. Said to play out in a massive and responsive environment, you'll be able to play the game solo or in up to 4-player co-op. Set in modern-day Bolivia, over 9 different terrains, and a day-night cycle that you can use to your advantage, you'll have your choice of stealth, parachuting in, or charging the front door on your dirt bikes. You'll also have side missions and the ability to build relationships in your favor. Will the open world make the game unfamiliar? Well, that's up to you. But get ready to face off with the drug cartel and a corrupted government in this tactical military shooter. Then we have Hellblade by Ninja Theory. A hack and slash based on Celtic mythology, embark on a personal journey through a hellish world created by the psychotic manifestations of the protagonist, a deep character and brutal, unforgiving melee combat. The developers are promising an independent AAA title, and whatever that means, they sure are promising a lot. Ninja Theory has a lot of talent and experience under their belt, so we can hope they'll live up to their promises. Next up we have Umbra by Solarfall Games. Calling themselves a next-gen hack and slash, this title is promising large amounts of weapons and items, a crafting system, building your own house, and a mature storyline in a secret-filled world. The big selling point is the responsive AI and on-the-fly pathfinding that responds to terrain changes that are meant to make the world feel alive and realistic. The game is looking promising, but I'm always a little cautious when the term next-gen is brought up, so I'd keep an eye on this one. And then we have Heavy Gear Assault by MechTech Studios. Alright, I was a bit hesitant including this title, but it's an attempt to revive Heavy Gear, and a possible alternative to MechWarrior. It's meant to be an arena mech shooter and intends to deliver what Heavy Gear fans love. They did listen to fans and added in a single-player campaign, but their release schedule has a lot of talk of modules, and the game is currently in early access while it's being sold in various packages. I'm not really a fan of all the microtransactions, and there's still a lot I would want implemented before I would pick it up, but some of you might still love it. I'd just exercise heavy caution before spending any money. And next we've got Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 by PopCap Games. Here we have a sequel to the third-person shooter and tower defense title, Garden Warfare. The game is improving on itself with new game modes, new classes, and the ability to play solo offline or in split-screen multiplayer. There are also 6 24-player modes available. Set a couple years after the last installment, Suburbia is now ruled by high-tech zombies, and the plants have to invade to take back control. It's looking to be a step forward in the series, and if you like the PvZ universe, this could be for you, but I'd still check out some gameplay footage before jumping in. Then we have For Honor by Ubisoft Montreal. An impressive looking hack and slash in the vein of War of the Roses and Chivalry. You play as medieval knights, samurai, or Vikings using a hand-to-hand combat system described as the art of battle. The combat enters you into a duel with the enemy where you have to position yourself and your weapon to attack, block, and counterattack effectively by responding to motions and stances. Up to 8-player multiplayer, the battlefield will be populated with AI soldiers that behave as creeps, so even if you can't take on other players, you'll still be able to contribute. Whether you consider that honorable or not, that's up to you. Next we have Street Fighter V by Capcom. It's Street Fighter. We all know what it's about, but is this one a step forward? We'll be seeing the return of the X gauge for special moves or super combos, and the addition of the V gauge for character-specific moves and reversals. It will feature cross-platform play between the PC and PS4 to unite the player base, and should continue in the esports scene. They're announcing characters one by one leading up to release, including some new characters, so if you're a fan, keep an eye on their page. Then we have Mass Effect Andromeda by BioWare. Not too much is currently known about the new Mass Effect, but the game is set long after the events of the first 3 titles. You'll be exploring a new galaxy, playing as either a male or female character, and we've seen some vehicular stuff with the 6-wheeled buggy, the Mako. After all the controversy with the previous ending, it's unclear how Mass Effect intends to move forward, but we'll probably only know further into development, so we'll just have to wait for that. Finally, we have Deus Ex Mankind Divided by Eidos Montreal. The sequel to 2011's Human Revolution, this game is set in a futuristic cyberpunk world featuring a growing divide between augmented individuals and so-called naturals. Gameplay has been reported to be solid, with freedom to choose how you want to solve problems and discovering different outcomes based on your actions. There has, however, been controversy surrounding the crowdfunding-esque pre-order tier system, where content has been split, and the final tier actually being a 4-day early re-release. No, I didn't mispronounce that. They couldn't even be bothered to spell it right on their website in their excitement for early money. In any case, I'd wait until re-release and see what the reviews say. Now, most of these games should be releasing in 2016, but either way, you should keep an eye on developments to see if these games will blast their way to the top of your lists or crumble under the pressure. And to wrap up, here's something I'd like to know. Do you prefer melee, hand-to-hand combat, or shooters? Both seem to be developing new mechanics, and I'd like to know your opinions. Alright, that wraps up my top 10 PC action games to watch in 2016. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, drop me a like or share it with your friends. The support is always appreciated. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.